Hey there, Brewers fans. My name is Seth Stos from Brewer Fanatic, brewerfanatic.com. Welcoming you to a new show here. Right now, we're actually going to be talking with the Brewer Fanatic choice for minor league starting pitcher of the month for May of 2024. He had absolutely a tremendous month for the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. He went 2-0 with a 0.76 ERA over 4 starts. And we'll talk to him a little bit about his career and his fantastic month. So without further ado, the star of today's podcast show interview thing, Alexander Cornielle of the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that is so right. Yes.
Very good. Thank you. Well, congratulations on a fantastic month. Um,
Thank you.
4 starts. The first one, 6 innings shutout ball. The next one, 7 innings shutout ball. The next one, 5 2/3 shutout ball. So let me just start by asking, what's been working? What has it been, a pitch that's working, or just it's a little luck, or all of the above?
I think it's been great to have all these people around me that wants to have the best interest on my performance every day. Like my pitching coach, my manager, they give me so much confidence going into games. And honestly, it's been like a lot of work that I've put together with the staff here to get my mechanics the right way, like to get more consistent. I've been throwing a little harder too, so I think that's been helping a lot. I've been putting like a lot of effort and on my like my throwing program because that's what the Brewers say. That's where it all begins, and it makes sense because that's what you do every day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been putting a lot of effort and intent behind everything that I do every day to get me ready for every start, and it's been working really good.
I was gonna say, it has to feel good to put in the work and then see the results too, right?
Yes, sir, 100%. Oh
Absolutely.
yeah,
Well, let's go a little more basic and just, what pitches do you throw?
I do. I throw a cutter, I
Okay.
throw a 4-seam fastball, I throw slider and changeup.
And if you don't mind, when you're going well, like you have been this month,
Mhm.
what's working for you? What's helping you be successful? Is it location? Is it velocity? Is it mixing
I feel
pitches?
like location plays a big part because you don't want to, throw the same pitch over and over again in the same spot because you might start getting hit. But I feel like it's the fact that I've been mixing my pitches way more and using them throughout the whole game instead of like when there's one pitch that might not be working one inning, don't bang it. Just keep showing them to the hitters so they know you're you're able to throw it, and so they have to honor it. Our pitching coach is big on that. Like it doesn't matter if the pitch is not going where you want it to go. It's more effective showing the hitter that you can throw it, so he has to honor that pitch because if you're only throwing 2 pitches, that's a 50-50% like chance on the hitter getting a hit or like hitting the ball hard. So that's not very difficult. So if they have to honor 3 pitches instead of two,
Yeah.
so the chances like the since we're the house, the chances increase for me to have success.
Yeah, just making them think that there might be another option coming at
Exactly.
them. So
Yes.
that's a
Yes.
good point. Very good point.
Hmm.
So you've been in Wisconsin, like even last year you were there most of the year, if not all of the year. Tell me, in your opinion, what did you work on most of, like in the off season, that you've been able to carry into this season? Was it something you did during the off season, or is it just a matter of maturity, getting bigger, getting stronger?
I feel like in the off season, my focus was get stronger because I feel like coming out of the season last year, the Brewers invited me to a strength program because they feel like I needed to get stronger, and I feel like besides like throwing my pants, working on my pitches, like still like doing my mound work, it was more of like getting strong so I can last longer in the mound and I can throw harder eventually, which is happening right now. But honestly, what can I say? It was, yeah, get stronger, and it's a matter of like understanding the game more. So maturity plays a big part. Now I like there's areas of the game that I've been understanding more. Like what I told you, like mixing my pitches is a good starting point. uh Location, my like body language, everything plays a part in what you do on the mound, and I feel like that's been helping me a lot lately.
Well, and you're 22, you're still young for the level you're at. So
Yeah.
that's definitely encouraging. I want to go back a little ways, back to when you were young. You grew up in the Dominican Republic.
Yes, sir.
Um, who are some of your favorite players that maybe either you knew, got to know, or just enjoyed watching play baseball?
This might be a bad choice, but as a player, I loved him. It was Trevor Bauer. He's always been my favorite pitcher. Maybe as a person, it wasn't a role model, so I didn't chase that. I chased more
Right.
the way he carries himself in the game, the like his work ethic. Every like that was the only player I feel like I grew up a fan of, honestly, because
Yeah.
I wasn't big on watching sports when I was a kid. I was just into my thing, like playing video games all day, doing my homework, all that. And whenever because my dad used to tell me when Trevor Bauer was pitching, so whenever he was pitching, I would leave everything that I'm doing and I would just go watch him.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
What are some of your earliest memories as far as playing ball? I mean, is it like little league age or were you a
Literally,
little older?
no, literally, Gage. I started playing ball when I was like 4 years old, and there was this time that I was playing little league. I wasn't really good at that stage, and I remember I just got promoted to play with the 10, 12 year olds,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hitting at this point. I did not like pitching so much, so I'm
Yeah.
hitting at this point. And this one time, a guy throws a ball like way above my height, and I remember I swing like this, I miss it, and I strike out. Oh my god! Everybody's just started laughing, cracking up. It was so bad. I feel like that's my earliest memory playing ball. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
was
was-
gonna say that's a memory if nothing else.
Yep. Yep.
But you kept hitting, right? You didn't become a
I
pitcher
kept
the
hitting.
next
Yeah, I
day.
kept hitting. Till I was like 16 years old,
Okay.
and because when you're when you're international, if you don't sign as a hitter before you were 16, it gets really tough. So
Mm.
you kind of like if you want to be involved in baseball, you have to switch to pitching. And so it was a tough decision to make for me because I loved hitting. I had a lot of power. The only thing was I couldn't run, so that was a downside for me hitting. But like I loved hitting. But since I wanted to be in the game so much, I felt like I had to make a decision quick
Well,
because I was already like 17 when this happened when I like switched to pitching. And from there, it just took me like a year and a half to sign with the Brewers.
I was gonna say it was soon after that, if I
Yeah.
remember right.
Hmm.
Did you play other sports or were you involved in other activities at school?
This is funny. My mom would buy us basketballs and footballs, and my dad would take them, and he will like either hide them, or put a knife through them. So we don't play we don't mess with none of that. He wanted us playing baseball. That's it. Yeah.
Well, it's a national
I
sport,
didn't
right?
understand at the time, but like now that I'm like older, I understand that I could like sprain an ankle, messed up my knees. It's he had a good point. Maybe he didn't express it the best way, but yeah,
That's funny.
yeah,
Obviously, your family is important to you. It sounds like
yeah,
both your parents
100%,
very involved, very active. Who are some of those
100%.
people in your life that have helped be a support system for you?
I'll say my dad, big support. He was always pushing me. Like at the time, I didn't understand why he was like so hard on me, but my dad played a big part. My mom was like the middle point, the middle ground. When my dad was going too far, to like
Yeah.
step in to like calm things. I was never a bad kid. I will always listen, but there was sometimes that my dad would get on me too hard, and my mom like would step in to like calm things down. Uh, my uncles, my aunties, pretty much everybody it was involved in my development. Honestly, taking care of me, my body, watching that I wasn't doing anything wrong. Uh, Recently, my girlfriend has been there for me a lot. She's been like, besides my mom and my dad, she's been keeping my like feet on the ground. Like, there's someone that I can like go to and like talk about anything, and she will like listen to me, give me advice. So I'm really grateful for her, and it like I'm grateful for the people that I've had around me.
I
Honestly,
was
lately.
gonna say it sounds like a pretty good support system.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a couple more questions left here. Again, we're talking with Alexander Cornielle. He's our choice at Brewer Fanatic for minor league starting pitcher of the month of May. You can see on the ticker on the bottom, he was 2-0 with a 0.76 ERA. 2 runs on 10 hits and 11 walks over 23 and 2/3 this month. So you were pretty much unhittable. A couple walks, maybe more than you want, but
Yeah.
not many hits. Just a couple more questions. Again, going back to when you signed with the Brewers, were you talking to a lot of teams? And I guess I want to kind of ask what was it about the Brewers that made that the right choice for you?
Honestly, this is a funny story too. I was doing tryouts 3, 4 times a week, and it got to a point that like my shoulder was really tired, my elbow was really tired, and the week that I signed up with the Brewers, honestly, in the beginning there wasn't anything special. There was just the first team to offer me something,
Mhm.
and since baseball is really hard in the DR, we took it, and it was a great choice. But going back to my tryout stage, that week I tried out Monday. It was a showcase. Every team was there. I shopped that day, and the day after that, the Diamondbacks invited me to a field. They wanted to see me. I didn't do really good. I was throwing I was all over the place that day, so that didn't go good. And then I had an off day, and then the day after that, the Brewers invited me to their academy in the DR. I slept there that day, and I'm pretty sure it was on a Friday or a Saturday that I threw a like it wasn't even against hitters. It was like a bullpen on the
Mhm.
field, on their Dominican Summer League field. I threw a bullpen, and that day I was throwing like 82, 83, my fastball max. I was just hurting everywhere. Like, imagine throwing high intent 5 days in a week. That is, at the age that I had, that was not good. But I was chasing something, and I told myself like, if like either we get it or we like we have to try. There's no other option.
Yep.
And I'm really thankful for the people that was there watching me, because they understood that I was tired, because I've been trying out so much, and they decided to give me a chance, and here we are. I haven't let them down.
I was going to say the key is getting into an organization, because once
Hmm.
you get into an organization and sign, they're going to take care of you. So,
Yes, yes.
um, 2 more questions. The first one's kind of light. When you're not playing baseball, whether that's in the off season or like a Monday, a travel day, things like that, and you happen to have some free time, what are some of the things that you just as a person enjoy doing? Whether it's a hobby or it's just something you'll enjoy doing.
Honestly, there's I don't do much outside of the field when I'm out here, because I try to keep myself in like sync with the game. I guess you can say. But I love playing video games, man. Love
Okay.
playing Call of Duty all day. Call of Duty. I will play Mario Kart with my roommate, and maybe go to the pool sometime, but like video games is my go-to.
There
The
you
only
go.
thing I do in my free time is talk to my FaceTime with my girl and Call of Duty.
All right, perfect. And last question, I'll let you go. I appreciate your time already today, and wish
Appreciate
you
you for
well the
having me.
rest of it. But the last question then is, you've seen the success that you found from the hard work that you put in. I guess, what are some of the goals you have for yourself over the rest of the season? And I'm sure as much as you'd like to stay with Chris and your friends there in Wisconsin, I'm guessing one goal might be heading down to Biloxi. But in general, what are some things you're focused on the rest of the season?
If you're talking baseball related,
Yeah.
I follow a lot David Goggins. I feel like he's a person that I've run my mode my behavior to a little bit, like towards what he does. And I heard something from him, like a long time ago. I think it was in spring training last year, and he said, set goals that you don't think you can reach, so you get like if even if you don't get them, you get close to what you're like to what you want. And I know it might not be possible this year, but like I want to get up to triple A or maybe the big leagues. And like my end goal is to get a spot, even if it's an invitation into a like major leagues spring training. It might not happen, but it will drive me closer to where I want to be, set the standards high. That's honestly what my goal is.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing to create goals and be able to mark
Yeah.
them off. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I'm pretending to clean my house, I like to mark lots of things and cross them off. But it's good to have those stretch goals too, to kind of push you and to drive you towards you being even better.
Exactly.
And well, again, thank you so much for joining the show here today, and we'll get this going. Appreciate it. Definitely congratulations on the hard work and finding
Appreciate you.
that success this month. Good luck the rest of the way. And, again, best wishes to you.
Thank you. I appreciate the time you invested in me, Seth. I thank you so much.
Absolutely. And again, be sure to listen back, leave some comments, and
Yes, sir.
go Brewers and go Timber Rattlers.
Go Brewers.